tissues get hydrated, joints get moving better. That means our muscles move better and they can do a better job. We can strengthen them with less effort. Third, and sit in a mermaid position. Okay, we're going to place our shin bone along this towards your knee. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to rotate our pelvis. You might want to place your hands onto your hip bones and rotate your pelvis gently to the side, toward the knee that's at front. So very gently watch your sensations in your lower back. Very slowly. Breathing in and out. In and out. And to do the opposite, we're going to place the right hand on your left shoulder and we're going to rotate towards your left and then extending again in the same way, rotating your pelvis again very gently, going only as far as it feels comfortable. And one more time. Great job. And we're going to switch sides. We're going to rotate that pelvis towards your left, trying to keep our spine nice and long, relaxing your pelvic area and just gently moving. We're not straining any muscles. We're just trying to create movement in the pelvic joints. So we're going to gently rotate. And one more time. Okay. Now we're placing our left hand on right shoulder and rotating our rib cage even more to the side and extending the pelvis towards your left. Make sure your crown is reaching up toward the ceiling. Your breathing is calm and relaxed. And rotating only as far as it feels comfortable. We always work within our comfort level. And two more. Last one. Awesome. And we're coming to the center and switching sides in our rib cage. Okay, so we're going to place our hands right in front of the right side. So you'll have to turn to the side. And we're going to push the floor away from our body and round down with your spine and slowly pull it towards yourself, slightly arching it, giving it a gentle arching. And push it away. Inhale and pull it in very slowly, feeling the sensations that that this move creates in your spine. Pulling it away and towards yourself. Notice how your pelvis rocks as you switch in between these two positions. So now it's slightly tucking in and you feel a better stretch in your lower back area, your mid-back area, upper back, and then it's tilting forward, your pelvis. Exhale. Inhale. Now we'll stop right here, and what we're going to do, we're going to step with our hands a bit forward. We're going to bend our elbows, and we're going to rotate our rib cage to the opposite side, away from the front knee. So bend and lower and push the floor away. Make sure to keep your fingers wide spread apart. You're pushing with the entire surface of the palm of your hand into the floor. And make sure to initiate the movement from your breastbone. Inhale and rotate. Exhale, bring yourself up. Slowly, keeping up your own pace. And push it off. Great job. Now walk your hands towards you. So we're going to place our hand right beside your right knee. That's in front. And we're going to reach with your left arm and lengthen the entire side of your body. And then we're going to rotate and lower your elbow to the floor. Keep lengthening your arm. Make sure not to pull your shoulder blade towards your ear. We're keeping the shoulder blade stable. You're pressing into the mat with your elbow and the entire surface of your palm. And we are going to lift the elbow, round our spine as if pushing the mat away from your body, and lower and rotate the rib cage to the starting position. And we're going to lower again, push the mat away, lengthen that arm away from your shoulder blade, lower and rotate the rib cage. Exhale. If you can join all these moves together in a smooth move, that's great. If not, you can break it down. Exhale, lengthening the arm. Inhale and rotating. And last time. And lower it down. Right here. And we're going to breathe into the side of your rib cage. So make sure you're pushing that floor away with your elbow. Inhale into the side of your rib cage and exhale. Inhale to stretch the muscles in between your ribs and exhale. Last one. Exhale and slowly lift yourself up and switch sides. So we're gonna, now our left leg goes in front. Again, front thigh against the sole of your foot. We are going to turn around to the side and place our hands comfortably in front of your front thigh. Pushing the mat away from your body. Tilting the pelvis, rounding your back, your lower back, your mid back, and your upper back, and pulling the mat now towards your body. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Slowly, one vertebra at a time, starting with the base of your spine, which is your tailbone. It tucks under, and then the lower back, your lumbar spine, your mid back, thoracic spine, and the upper part of your thoracic spine, your upper back. Follow one each other. And last one, pulling it in and pushing it away. Awesome. Now we're going to walk our hands forward a bit, and we're going to spread our fingers wide apart. We're going to bend the elbows and lower while rotating the rib cage to the opposite side, away from your knee. Lower and push the floor away. Strong, stable shoulder blades. Those hands are pushing into the floor. Breathing in and lower. And breathe out. Push yourself back up. And last one. Awesome. Now we're moving into the side stretch. Walk your hands closer to your body. Rotate your rib cage to the center. Now we're going to bring our hand away to the side. We're going to lengthen the side of our body. Lengthen your arm away from your shoulder blade, right? Now, remember, we're going to lower the elbow toward the floor and rotate your rib cage as parallel to the floor as it feels comfortable. At the same time, we're lengthening that arm away and from your shoulder blade. We're not pulling. Make sure your arm is not pulling your shoulder blade away. It's got to stay stable. I mean, it's not pulling it along. Exhale and lengthen. So we're going to rotate and lift your elbow and lengthen your back even more. And lower, inhale. And exhale. Push that floor away from your body. Breathing in and lengthening. Breathe out. Push the floor away. Lengthen the arm and round your back. And a couple more. Awesome. Last one. And we'll stay in the starting position right here. And we're going to breathe into the side of your rib cage as if we want to stretch the space in between the ribs. So we're going to breathe in. Feel the ribs expanding from each other. Then breathe it out. Lengthening the arm. Breathe in and lengthen. Breathe it out. Last one. And breathe it out. Great job. Now slowly bring yourself to an upright position. And now we're going to go into our windmill, which means we're going to stay on one knee. We're going to bring the right foot out in a way that the toes are pointing forward and the heel is aligned with your knee. Okay? We're going to bend forward, walk your feet forward. Make sure you are not moving your pelvis back and forth. It's staying stable. What we're going to do, we're going to move to the side and bend your knee. So giving a nice stretch into your inner thigh, your hip flexors, the back of your thigh. Very gentle, rocking movement. Now we're going to bend and we're going to create a circular motion. So we're going to move forward, shift the weight forward, then to the side. And when you're moving to the side, your knees straightening, then moving the pelvis back and again toward the leg that's bending and back. Going slowly, feeling the edges where we should stop and not push any further, creating a smooth movement in your pelvis, in your hip joints, and switch direction. Now we're going the other way. Back to the side, forward toward the stretched out leg. And pushing that floor away when straightening the leg, very slightly, not too hard. We're rather focusing not on the strength of our muscles now, but rather on the movement in our pelvic area, the hip joints area. Pushing the floor away. And last one, make sure to keep your spine straight, not excessively arch your lower back. Okay, good. Now bring that foot in, lift yourself up, and now we're going to stretch the other leg out. So we're going to stretch it out. Again, the heel, aligning the heel with the knee, toes pointing forward. So walk your hands forward, and again, find your neutral spine. We're not dropping our head. We keep keeping it in line with your ribs, and your rib cage is in line with your tailbone. So now we're gonna rock to the side toward this stretched out leg and bend the knee. Just move a bit so that you see me better. Very slowly feeling the stretch on the inside of your both thighs, the back of your working leg, and also your hip flexors area. Now we're going to take it in a circular motion. So we bend the knee, we're moving, shifting the weight forward onto your hands to the side, and pelvis moving backwards to the side, forward. Keep breathing. Make sure you're not holding any tension. If your knee is not feeling comfortable, you might want to put a pillow under it, some cushion. Okay, and keep going, breathing in and out. And now we're going to reverse, moving to the other side. And when you feel safe, you can increase the range of motion, giving it more movement, releasing even more in the pelvic area. Pushing it away. The crown of your head is pointing straight forward toward the wall that's across the room. We're not pointing it down or lifting our chin up. And one more. Great job. Now we're stopping right here, bringing that knee in, sitting and stretching our shins. So let's just wiggle a bit from side to side. Check your heels so that they don't fall, away from each other, looking straight up. Good. Now we're going to lift one knee and then the other. So as you lift your knee, feel how the pelvis rotates toward that knee, right? That's the knee that's going up. So this hip bone is approaching, the opposite hip bone is approaching the knee that's being lifted. And at the same time, we're feeling the stretch along the shin, the entire front surface of your shin, your ankle, the front of your ankle, the top of your foot. Very gently. Awesome. 1, 2 more times. Great. Now we're going to lie down on our back. And we're going to take some time to do relaxing movements. So we'll start with the bridge. We're going to make sure to find your tailbone. It's firm against the floor. You can wiggle your hips from side to side, up and down. Those hip bones moving up and down. So you wiggle on your tailbone. You found it. Now we're going to lift a bit the middle of your back, the middle section of your back, and find the lower ribs. They coming firm against the ground. Now make sure your shoulders, the shoulder blades are drawn down along, bringing them to our ears. Your neck is relaxed, and the back of your head is firm against the floor. Move your chin up and down and find the most comfortable position in which you feel your neck feels relaxed. Okay, so your tailbone, the bottom of your rib cage, and the back of your head is firm against the ground, and of course the top, the shoulders. Okay, we're placing the hands down, and what we're going to do, we're going to, if you want, you can bring the feet closer to your bum, and we're going to push the floor away with your feet and slowly feel the sensation in your pelvic area. See how the pelvis, when you push the floor away with your feet, with the soles of your feet, your tailbone tucks under and it rounds your lower back. So we'll do those pelvic tilts a couple more times, feeling those sensations created by the movement. And now we're going to add to the mix and keep pushing the floor away and lifting one vertebra at a time. Slowly. Once you're in your top, at the very top, you can feel the stretch along the front of your thigh. You can feel your hip flexor area opening up and stretching. Imagine stretching your knees in an arch-like pattern away from your body. So kind of the front of your shins pulling into the opposite direction. And then slowly, one vertebra at a time, place your upper back, place your mid back and lower back, and finally your tailbone onto the floor. So now we're going to do this movement in a smooth and fluid fashion, and please follow your own range of motion. If it feels not comfortable to lift it all the way up, you're straining, it's creating tension, keep your pelvis lower, don't go as high. Okay, so pushing the floor away, lifting your one vertebra at a time, pausing briefly and lowering it down, feeling every single vertebra, and finally bringing the pelvis into a neutral position. Relax. Again, push the floor away from your body, one vertebra at a time, lengthening along the front, creating one line from your knees to your shoulders, and lowering it down. And one more time. Breathing easily, not holding our breath. Lower it down. And bringing the pelvis into the neutral. You feel the tailbone, the entire surface, not just like any part of it, but the entire surface of the tailbone flat against the ground. Okay, now we're gonna cross our knees, right knee on top of the left, and we're going to let it fall to the side while rotating your rib cage into the opposite direction and looking the same opposite way. Now we're going to move it to the other side. Rotating your rib cage, feeling a nice stretch along the side of your body, like spiraling stretch. And keep going. Rotating your rib cage. Feel the stretch in your pelvic area, in your lower back. It's got to be comfortable, no pain at all. If you're close to pain, that means you went too far and your body is not ready for it yet. Take it easy. Decrease the range of motion. Awesome. Bring it back to the center. And now switch legs. Again, we're lowering the knees toward the floor as far as it feels comfortable, while rotating the rib cage the opposite way. And to the other side, feeling that pulling sensation along the side of your pelvis that comes right across your hip bone, right? And one more. And last one. Awesome. Bring it back to the center. Bring your knees in towards your chest. And just rock from side to side while keeping pressing firmly with your hands. From side to side, massaging your spine. And 3, 2, and 1. Place your feet to the floor, your knees to one side. Place your hand on the floor and press the floor away from yourself. And come up into an upright. Take a breath in. Rotate your ribcage to the side and breathe it out. And again, breathing in and breathe it out. Your right hand onto the opposite shoulder, your left hand. Give yourself a tight hug. Thank you so much.